Hello everybody, today we got a bunch of new Sizzle Season weapons, so today I want to break down the basics of how to play all 9 of them. We will be covering the Paintbrush and S-Blast in their own video coming in just a few days, so for now let's get into the basics of how you can make each of these kits work in just a basic level. Alright, so of course we gotta get an early missiles. I mean, they did make this thing 190p. We don't have a bomb, but as you can see, it's not going to be too hard to get one anyway, and missiles are going to be really important for this thing for fighting. So what you're going to notice what we want to do is we want to get missiles, we want to pop missile. In this case, only one dude in a relevant position. We're going to missile him, and we're going to immediately try and fight him. And then while we're on missile cooldown, I'm going to place a few beacons, try to walk in, and then work on the next set. Yeah, I do think this weapon plays a lot for its special, mainly because it does just help with fighting so much. It can still kind of, like, exist in the backline a bit. Like a spot like that, I can pull the blob for a bit, and then back out and get another set of missiles. But you do want to be careful not to go down as much as, say, a vanilla wiper. So now we can get the push in, say, I want to go right side here. It's a bit hard to lock multiple people on this map in particular, but most of the maps in the game are pretty easy for it. Leave some beacons down, just kind of pull some attention, and I think I can keep up the aggression here, because I kind of know where the other players are. There we go, Tetris down. Okay, we're really close to a set of missiles here, so as long as we can take this fight slow, get another set, that should be good. I'm gonna actually try and chase this Tetris since they're a bit low. Dump out that easily. That Paintbrush just walked into Charge Slash. You do want to poke Charge Slash a bit more, just so you can kind of get some added pressure. It helps a lot with the lack of torpedo, but mainly you just want to be fighting with missiles. And yeah, it's quite effective. So, important note with Nova, knowing how to do paint tech is very important. I've covered this in another video, but I'll do it briefly here. You can see that there's a lot of holes, whereas if I go up and down, yeah, that's a lot better. Very important to learn how to do this. It's very important for Nova in particular, especially for this weapon is going to play for Inkjet a lot. The whole kit revolves around it, so definitely worth getting that down if you do want to learn this kind of weapon. It applies to a lot of others too. So Nova is a very interesting kind of supportive aggressive hybrid. You definitely want to be very active with this thing, but the main weapon isn't strong enough to fight on its own in most situations. Like, that's kind of a rare exception. But it does have Inkjet, and the main weapon does really well fighting with teammates because it puts out a lot of paint, has a safe distance, and like high strafe speed. So you want to mostly use both the main gun and Inkjet to kind of fight with your team. We're going to actually heal Inkjet real quick. Remember the swim form with it, very useful. And we're just going to use it to kind of apply pressure. We can put mines near our jet landing for a bit of protection or by our teammates. I like to put it on tower, helpful with the objective, especially since that lets it move forward. And it's also a nice way to just kind of retreat safely and keep people off you, especially weapons that can't pay for themselves. Getting hit by a mine really slow them down. But the main thing is just to be important that you have to be with the rest of your team. You don't want to be too far away from the action, and that can help out quite a lot. You can see I just kind of subtly provided support the whole way through, and it worked out really well. So we got the light Tetradulies, and this thing is going to use its sprinkler quite a lot, mainly just because it really wants to get its special. Zipcaster is so good for this thing, and luckily it's at least 190p. A lot of people generally have confused Tetra with kind of just the weapon that goes and gets the kills. It's much more of the distract weapon that enables other stuff to get the kills. So see, like, I want to keep someone's attention. Obviously, if they're low, I'll go for a fight on them. But I mostly just want to keep players on me. I want to keep them shooting at me, not the rest of my team. And Zipcaster could definitely help. I think it definitely plays a bit slower than the Dark Tetra, since, you know, it kind of actually has a special nuance. Let's dive this Dynamo here. Nice. Ooh, that blast is low. Nice. We got rid of the Reef Slider. And look at that. We can just use the rolls to help protect our landing. It's so nice. This weapon feels so amazingly fun. It's kind of addicting. Like, Tetra's not even a weapon I'm not good at, and I love playing this thing. Sprinkler down in front of me, potentially help there, and just, you know, we'll kind of keep a little bit of pressure. You gotta be a bit careful with the Bazooka. Not seeing anyone I can pick here, but that means they're all coming in the front, and they will just be easy pickings. Keep them off the zone, and look at that. I mean, there's not even a lot to say. I mean, stay alive in the front line, use your sprinkler to get special, Zipcaster in aggressive positions, rolls to help your recall, and just take fights constantly and try to live as much as you can while in those fights, and if not, you got a bunch of quick respawn. It's so fun. It's just a much more fun version of Tetra to me. Really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Tent is one of my worst weapons. Yes, I know I was a Brella player for 5 years, and I did use Tent a little bit when it was broken in Splatoon 2, but I have never been good at it. Like, yeah, I could cheese Port Mackerel Clam Blitz with Bubble Blower that had 1 billion HP and Tent Shield with its old HP. Not actually good at the main gun. The timing is just really weird to me, and I'm not used to it at all. On top of that, my Zuka is terrible, so the gameplay here isn't going to be great. I do know how to play it, though. So, Honestly, I really like this kid in zones. Mines in the middle of the map is really useful, but in general, you can kind of just put it wherever you set up. So, for example, we're going to go on this aggressive position over here, and we're going to place mines backward. And now we can kind of just sit here the whole game, try to tank resources, only rotate if we need to. And if we get chased back, and then we have help to be able to fight. We got tagged by a line marker. Very scary, truly. We have a teammate going in with our 10 shield right now, so I might come back to help. It seems like the rest of their team is coming in this way. Shield could be quite helpful to hold the zone. We're going to pop super on this rush. And we're able to get a trade there at least. But if I hit that first shot, I definitely could have maybe gotten this guy as well. Hopefully our Tetra can hold this down. Very nice. Got bubble shields and 10 shields. This is making it a bit tricky for them to come back in. Gonna be a little bit careful here. Go inside my safety bubble. Their brush got a little sidetracked. They're trying to take care of that thing. That's good for us. Got a 10 shield out. Ooh, that guy's so low. Okay, there we go. Bit of poor aim from me. Oh my god, how did I fall into that? That's a little embarrassing, but maybe we still hold. Oop, can this junior get back in time? Come on. We can paint this. Yes! No penalty there. They got a paintbrush behind us, but I think if we set up, we'll be okay. I think I have enough time to get both my mines in, and I'm just gonna get a shield up on these blasters here. Yeah, blasters might bully this thing when they have spacing, but when they don't, oh yeah. Like, they are just stuck on me. They're using whale on me. They're all shooting at me. There's a second whale, and I'm just living over here so much that I didn't even notice the zone tower was about to end. Yeah, some weapons I can't shred this thing. Even if you struggle to kill them, like me here, just... It's amazing how much time and resources you could buy for your team. Very cool to see Tent, like, working with a good kid. Alright, and hopping onto the brand new map, Barnacle and Dime, let's take a look at the Rapid Pro Deco. And honestly, from what I've seen, especially discussion-wise on Twitter, quite a lot of players, even like top-level players, are enjoying this thing. Despite the line marker, it seems to be a very synergistic and fun kit. And honestly, I like it. My biggest complaint is more that it has the exact same look as Rapid Deco, like not even a slightly different shade of blue. Come on. It does struggle a bit more at defending itself, like most Rapid Pros do. However, the distance poking you have is really useful, and you can kind of throw a dart out a few times. I'll kind of use it to check some corners. Found a few people hiding here, so that's good. Duh. That was a little scary. Got the dart combo. We didn't get to finish it. It's too slow. Unlucky. Trying to get the best value out of it that I can, but this sub is really hard. Ooh, got a nice kill there. Using the feed paint, though. Ooh, wait, the paint on the wall goes kind of hard. Look at that. Wait, that's kind of cool, though. Alright, I like this thing. It's definitely fun. I do also want to point out there's this amazing first few days little kill collection from Gray on his Twitter account that I would highly recommend you watching. He's a high-level rapid player and got way more out of the combo than me, especially with the line marker and using Killer Whale as an ink tank refill for it or a combo with it, which is just so cool. The sub and special definitely have a lot more synergy than I was able to show in the game, and I'm glad someone was able to use it well already. So, we got the Cherry H3 kit in this game, and one thing I'm noticing, that ink efficiency nerf they did to this weapon toward the end of Splatoon 2 makes wall a bit harder for it than I'm used to. Like, you might actually want a little bit of main saver. I'm currently not really using any specific gear for this video because I'm just kind of doing one game with each weapon, but it does hurt a little bit. That being said, the double shielding power is really funny, especially like if they close the gap on your bubble, you have a wall, and sometimes that can work for you from what I've seen. It's a very funny kit, to say the least, and it has some good synergy with the weapon. I think with the bubble buffs, it's definitely a bit better than it used to be, and wow, we are really pushing that Rainmaker here. I want to try to get a wall on the pedestal here. Maybe we can use that to get a dunk. Yeah, look at that. Very fast game, so I didn't have too much to talk about. But yeah, I mean, this thing plays around cover a lot. You try to use your wall to get a bubble and slowly push the advantage with your shields to take space. Still a bit of a weaker main weapon, maybe a few buffs like ink efficiency, maybe a bit of extra damage would be nice. But yeah, I mean, that's H3D in a nutshell. So the new dually sculpture is pretty interesting. It definitely thrives on more kind of open maps. Like even something like this that doesn't really have a real flank, just having a wider mid is really nice because you just like to poke on the sides a lot, so I can kind of rotate between left and right side. And it also makes it really good for the beacons, honestly. Like the more room you have to spread those out, it's really good, but I think the main thing this thing needs help with is its damage right now. It's a little bit hard to fight with. And I do really want to push him with chumps here. We're going to launch them closer, because you can do that now. You can see that they're actually going to land right near where I want them to now, which means it's much easier to kind of hold this space. Already finds 1 kill. Let's go. The chump damage buff coming in clutch. And we should be able to get this guy. Oh, they're barely 1 HP. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Wow, we actually didn't get that. We'll take that fight win. Unfortunately, no one grabbed the pity, but we can get into mid, maybe take some space. Ooh, nice. Was able to get a pick on that guy. The frames are dying, though, a little bit there. That's happens sometimes. A bit unlucky. Nice. Paintbrush goes down. Ooh, with that wall, it's going to be tricky, but we're able to get that triple. That's really big, I think. It's just going to try to be using the chumps to get some momentum. So I'm going to launch the chumps where I want to fight. I think I should be able to make it here. Oh, just a little bit too far, unfortunately. I should have launched them a little bit closer to help tank for that eater. And it could have also helped me with that fight. But you can see just how much they paint as well. Look at all that pressure. So this guy's actually cut off on the left because there's so much paint behind him that retreating is a bit awkward. We got another set of chumps going in. We're blocking one of the paintbrush shots, but not enough for me that time. Yeah, on retake, this thing can really struggle. It takes a while to get chumps, honestly. Like, even at just 200p, I really wish it was a bit cheaper. So it's kind of unfortunate. Have some chumps going in here. Try to make something happen with it. Unfortunately, not able to get anyone. So, that's a bit unlucky. It looks like they're going to push. We're not going to be able to get the win there, so that's very unlucky. We got the new Big Swig Roller. Line marker on this thing is really weird. It's kind of okay for some burst mobility, but I mean, if you are moving any amount of distance, the vertical flex there. And it does kind of drain your ink tank from painting, which is what the weapon is really good at. It's just not what the utility it has, unfortunately. I liked it a lot more on the rapid, all things considered. That being said, we do have a really nice tool. Rather than getting stuck in ink vacuum, I get to pop this and walk forward with it. And this is just like slowly going to pressure people away. It's going to do damage. There's the line marker movement coming in handy. See, in small bursts, it does something there. Now, would other sub-weapons be able to do that and more? Yes, but don't think about that. They are very scared to approach the Big Swig Roller. Nice, able to take out that Explode. Oop, double, triple. Triple got taken, but it's a nice setup here. Sprinkler. Oh, there's the Tetra. Nice. Actually going to be good to help with Tetra. We have such a wide hitbox that'll be useful in a lot of team fights. Alright, watch this though. Double dart, rain, and more darts. Yeah, we tagged one guy. There we go, the trade. It worked out, you know? The pressure from the line markers won that fight. Nice, little vertical click there. Always use the verticals for fighting. Gonna horizontal there since I know he was low, though. And if you need a reliable damage, it works. Such a wide hitbox. Yeah, I mean, this weapon can definitely fight a lot better with the Ink Storm. Line marker, very situational, but much better Big Swig kit. I think it'll be really nice on zone, honestly. That Sprinkler coming in clutch for me. Okay, on the touch jump. Nice. Oh, okay, very cool. This has been a very fun kit to try out so far, honestly. It's a very aggressive heavy. I think it is much more difficult than the current one. Oh, look at that bleed get shredded. No object shredder required from me. But this thing positions really aggressively. The sensor is definitely quite useful on this thing. I think in general, it works quite well for something like heavy. I just kind of want to put stuff out there and not use this up too much. And then, yeah, when they dive you, you got this. And I mean, yeah, Wave might provide more team utility, but this definitely gives you more raw survivability. Gonna be a little careful there. The blaster. And I can just back off here. Tower's going the other way. If you guys want to go for me, the objective's over there. Oh, look at that. I think that Sprinkler actually comboed. I wonder if we'll be seeing that a bit more with all these increased Sprinklers fight here. And yeah, you can just kind of sensor around as you move, and it's very nice, especially in a solo environment. Like, kind of lets people know that you need help. And if you're good at, like, stalling and moving around with this weapon, like, especially with a bit of run speed on it, it's so nice, I think. Alright, we got our Kraken ready. We're just gonna locate first, try to get a combo, maybe? We're getting zipped. I don't have to worry about that too much. Kind of just, I think I can just wait out this Tetra, because I got the mobility and... Hello! I'm just gonna greet him on the landing, and... Ooh, we missed that. Ooh. Nah, I'm not... Uh-oh. Alright, overtime here. Could just be a bit aggressive and just poke this tower. Able to get some damage. Nice kill. Want to be a little bit careful not to feed the S-Blast. I could just get the location there. Tetra gonna come in. Kind of just want to get everyone marked here, especially because we're a solo queue, so it's a little bit more valuable here. My teammate sneaks onto the tower for the win. This weapon definitely positions a bit more aggressively and selfishly when it has its Kraken. It is fun. It's very difficult, but I think if people are dedicated to heavy, you are definitely going to enjoy this weapon. Alright though, that's all the new weapons in a nutshell. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments below, and in the next video, we're going to be covering both the S-Blast 92, a little bit of a basic how-to, and the brand new paintbrush. So, I hope you're looking forward to that, and I'll see you all later.